Oh, that time.
King for an issue.
Did you got one?
Do you have one?
I got one.
Oh, I'll totally back up. Let's go.
Okay. How do you fix the cartel?
Are we lumping cartels in with mafias and mobs?
Nope, I'm just saying
Just cartels.
just the cartels in Mexico and in Central America.
Everyone south of Texas border.
All the ones that are taking advantage of us through the drug trade and the other
just
trades.
Specifically drug cartels.
I said other trades. The cartels that are south of the border.
Human trafficking. Yeah, so just the cartels, pretty much Mexico all the way down to Bolivia.
Yeah.
Fix them. So not change them, but fix the issues into America?
Fix?
Like, what are we fixing? Like, get rid of them, or...
Actually, I'm going to leave this open-ended. What do you consider fixing the cartel?
I wouldn't get rid of them.
No.
Nope, I wouldn't.
Really? Okay, so hot take. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm a strong believer in we always need a big bad.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to progress if there's a big bad. Have it in mafia, have it in mobs, have it with World War II. So cartel, living close to border towns. We're what, 2-3 hours from the border?
Yeah.
No, keep them. We need to keep them, but we need to... my belief is the cartel needs a more aggressive structure. It was like, maybe we start pushing. It was like, okay, well, every couple of years, let's go back to tribal. Let's go back to Incan tribal territory. It was like leadership across the board. I have an issue with you. Let's fight. Let's duke it out. Let's see who wins. Boom. Okay, cool. Maybe we're going to have more aggressive. Maybe we're going to have every couple years things change. Okay, well, they're already bringing drugs over whenever anyway.
Right.
And it doesn't matter what we do, they're going to keep doing it. So I think the fix for that, I don't know, just start putting them on blast. Putting them on blast across the board, because then they will be forced to change something on their end. Leadership structure, the way they do things. And this has been proven throughout history. If I put you on blast because, I don't know, we were talking about killing cats earlier. You keep running over cats in your truck. And it's like, oh, Mike runs over a cat every time he sees a cat because it gives his dog more life. It's like, okay, well, if I start broadcasting this in the news all the time, now more and more people are aware, more people are talking about it. So you have this notoriety about you now. So if we do the same thing for the cartels and we just keep putting them on blast instead of just they have a 30-second segment on whatever news, and then we go into everything else.
It's not my fault that I have the best superpower in which I run over a cat and I give my dog more life, okay?
I think the fix for that would be to give them more notoriety.
So you're just saying open people's eyes to what they are and what's going on.
Yes, because publicity is publicity. Good, bad, doesn't matter. It's going to force them to change the way they do things across the board. Because people that are doing shady stuff don't want to be seen. For example, so we have a snack fund where we work, and it has to close down because of thievery. Okay, well, I was like, well, maybe if we put in like a high traffic area where more people can see it. No, because it's an eyesore. I was like, well, the eyesore is now being stolen from.
Right.
So less people see it. So if more people saw it, less people would want to take from it, which has been proven to work. Snack funds has been proven to work across the board. The more people that are aware of a situation, more people that are visible are watching out for these things. Kidnappings. Like, that's been a big thing, I don't know, pretty much across Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think just throwing notoriety out there, giving more and more people view on what's actually happening. Because eventually you're not going to be able to outrun what's being talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've touched on part of what I was going to talk about. Is part of the problem with the cartels that they've gotten enough influence and everything, and they fed that back into their communities. And their communities are like, well, we're not going to out them.
Yep.
You know, so they've been given too much power. But I mean, obviously, one of the things is we gotta have the the CIA stopped giving them guns. That would help. That would help a lot. But I mean, no, I mean, honestly, when it comes to Mexico and when it comes to Central America and stuff like that, we need to send in we need to send in a force, and its only job is to wipe the cartels off the face of the earth. If you don't want to get wiped off the face of the earth,
Stop
if you
being
don't want to
cartel.
get your stop being a cartel member. You stop being a cartel member, good to go. You go back to your community. But you know, part of it is, like you said, you need to open the community's eyes, because they've got TV shows down in Mexico and everything that, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Where they make it look good, where they make the
Yeah.
cartel shit look like.
Not even down in Mexico. They have it here.
Yeah,
It was like, there was one where they cover all their faces and their voices are muffled and changed, but it was like pretty much how to be a gang member.
yeah,
It's not what it was called, but it was behind the scenes of trading ghost guns and drugs, and we're in the States recording this.
yeah.
It was like, okay, but that's making them look good. No, let's put all their dirty deeds out and put them on blast. Everyone that is
Everyone everywhere.
is like, you're less likely to do this the more people know about it, because shame will kick in somewhere.
Yeah, but I think the biggest problem is that, you know, we need the Mexican government to legitimately accept our help, and we send in strong forces and start from the top down, and we're just like one country to the next. It's like you're a cartel, fucking wiped off the map.
Yep.
You know.
Let's go back to death by firing range.
But I'm sorry, right?
Shooting squad, death squad.
If you're going to do a war on drugs, why don't you actually do a fucking war on drugs
instead of buy from one and then just distribute them somewhere else?
Yeah. But I mean, there's tons of holes in this.
Oh, there's holes
in my problem, in my
each.
solution. And I don't think, I mean, what do I always say?
It's a complex situation. It's a complex issue that's going to take a complex fix.
And I don't have all the answers, because realistically, we've seen it when we're talking about going into these environments where they're on their own stomping grounds, and you go and try and clear them out. You can't find them.
Yep.
Right?
And we saw the same thing in the Middle East.
You saw it.
It
would be the same thing with the cartels. I mean, obviously, the best solution would be to remove their source of income and make it to where, you know, they had no way to
we've
sell.
been fighting that for 40 years now. Obviously, that's not working.
You know, the other thing is that you could legalize almost everything.
Yeah, and then that could potentially fix it.
Everything except for what? Heroin, crack, and meth. Because I
thought the West Coast legalized all those.
Well, I mean, you know, nonchalantly, kind of.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm wrong. But no, there's no direct solution. I wouldn't get rid of them. I'll just put them on blast. Because the more people that know about it, the less people actually want to do business with you. Because it's like, well, I saw you dealing drugs with this person on the news. So who's to say you're not being recorded now?
Right.
It's like, I don't want to be seen with you. So, I mean, maybe that's a fix. Maybe just wiping them off the face of the earth is another one. But it's a complex issue. And it's kind of hard. But, yeah, I think that's name pending.